Hi, this is KarolBeatbox in the 5th episode of Drawception series. I have noticed that some of games that were mentioned in episode 1 or episode 3 were already finished, so we are here to view the effects, the output of this game, and I had some other things also. This is a comment from game number 4 and another picture. It was out of the series. I just played in free time. So, I was very curious about output of this game. It took a long time. As you remember, I was drawing Walter White and I can see that, yeah, game started with Walter White. Say my name. Walter White, say my name. Okay, so this is a quote from TV series. I'm impressed that he is still recognized. So simplistic picture, but still sends the correct message. And I think it's what is the most important, that it sends a message. I like the shading here. Help Usobi 1. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I would recognize Walter White here, definitely. Here I think the hat and glasses were the key point. My Walter White. As you remember, I didn't write the quote and I just wrote knock knock. And the answer is not a description, it's just really an answer. Who's there? So apparently, yeah, it's good answer for this picture. And where it moves, who's there? It depends who's asking, and there's a kid with a cigarette and glasses, so at least glasses were preserved here. Thai guy cat. Punk Hello Kitty. It's still a killer like Walter White though. And Hello Kitty playing guitar. She's punk because of her hairstyle and dressing, I guess. That's pretty nice. So it moved from Say My Name to Punk Hello Kitty. Oh, this is pretty nice. I remember something. I just posted it here. As always, I remember to say that I like something if I like the game, and I liked it. Especially, I like the beginning very much. And here art style is nice. It's very clean, smooth lines. Here is game from 2012. I played Drawception in 2012. I used here a similar simplistic art style like in a Powerpuff Girls mode with those black edges, like very very wide fat edges. Hello Kitty covers up the murder and it reminds me of very Walter White like kitten. Hello Kitty is the one who knocks here. She also is the one who knocks. And here, she also is the one who knocks. So Hello Kitty here would be a very nice continuation to this game, I think. It would have been possible to turn all way around back to Breaking Bad. Let's see the next game that was finished. What little zombie girls are made of. So here we have an answer. First was a question stated, what nightmares are made of? Salt, maggoty rice, and everything not nice. So that was some idea already leading to little zombie girls and some Powerpuff Girls reference, I guess. And they are made of Powerpuff Girls turn zombie. So the making of was not picked up here. However, it led to pretty nice things. And this is zombie Powerpuff Girls. Of course, she's zombie. She wants some brains. She has a wound and here green lower eyelashes. And part of her hand is chopped off. Powerpuff Girl Bubbles is a zombie. Okay, so her name is Bubbles. I asked what is her name. She's Bubbles. In Polish she was Bajka, which means a fairy tale. Apparently she has a different name in many languages. I got to know that in Lithuanian she also is a bubble girl. I like the eyes. She looks very hypnotized. Yeah, she's part zombie, part hypnotized, I guess. This is pretty funny. Zombie Powerpuff Girl. Wow, this one has a lot of details. Somebody was very fast on details. There's one Powerpuff Girl, however very detailed. I like the bone structure showed here. She has like normal bones here, but the bone for entire hand is just one bone. She has like one bone for entire hand and finger. Powerpuff Zombies. This one reminds me a little bit of Eric Cartman. I don't know why. Because of the hand gesture, I guess. Night of the Living Dead. But Powerpuff Girl's dead. Oh, and this one is Blossom. So what's the name of the third one? Who knows? And here is answer what they are made of. Snails, nails and puppy dog tails with an extra ingredient Chemical X. Yeah, this goes to my favorites. Let's move to the last game that we've mentioned. This was the one that I was describing. Lady admiring the scenery during her car ride. What was the original title? Hotline Miami or Drive? You pick. So somebody gave a choice between two of the topics. I have never seen this before. So there's a girl, she's driving. So this part is preserved and wow, I admire the scenery. I think it's the best realization of this title. Everything is preserved. Woman who admires scenery says she admires the scenery. Of course she does! Scenery. Okay, so now she admires scenery. A girl admiring the scenery. Wow, it looks a little bit like a cover picture of Little Prince. Alien girl watches a comet. We weren't ready for the Sonic ball from the space. Of course, Blue Comet is a Sonic. And I thought first that it would be black and white theme, but it was neon actually. I like the cover panel a lot. If you meant my panel, thank you. Of course I meant your panel, HD. It was very nice. Let's see what other pictures do you have. I will see at the top right. Sorting by points. Oh, I think I've seen this picture before. Invisible Man beat a zombie girl. Yes! So we were before in the same game. Here I have drawn with the same art style a chibi zombie, and when I mentioned that I didn't manage to do the shading, yeah, my final Powerpuff Girls would look like this if I had more time. But this picture, I like it a lot. It's very nice that it has ×3 bonus. There's Invisible Man, it was me, I love you, who gave me a hickey. That's pretty nice. Last game I wanted to show you in this episode is the one that wasn't described yet. I participated in it and I think it is in top games right now. Fiery Plant Abomination. So Crocostyle, I see it's one of his pictures of the series when he draws some flaming stuff. I've seen some pictures like this in the same art style, so I think this is like his own thing to make this kind of art. It looks a little bit like octopus, but here are like flower petals and eyes. Okay, so there's this from Super Mario, this plant, and of course the famous pipe, Piranha Plant. Yeah, that's the name of this plant, Piranha Plant, remember this. Mesli eats a Cheeto. So, here it was spitting out fire, apparently now it's going the other way, and it's a Cheeto. Nice shading, it's done by Amart. He or she always has a very good art. Feed me Mario. Oh damn. That's a speed. When people are beatboxing sometimes they are spitting. I think this one is beatboxing plant. Piranha plant lashes at Mario. Ooh, scary. Look, a lot of good art here. And the plant theme is still there. Mario is spooked by a piranha plant. So this one is made from a perspective that was inspiration for this title that I was drawing later. As you can see, it's 2D Mario, but we can see it from upper angle. Oh, it still looks a little bit like orthographic view. However, there is a perspective, and it's more 3D than the standard game. This is my picture. I made a level of Mario seen from a perspective, and yeah, I wanted to show that it's 2D game in 3D, so the space ends here. It's just a smooth stripe. If I had more time, what I would add, I perhaps would add here a Mario hero, and maybe here I would add a cardboard, a cutout of scenery with clouds that are in the background of Mario games, like blue sky and clouds, but I would make little distance to show that there's a cardboard moving with the parallax effect. What? You say you don't know what is parallax effect? Check it out. Use Google, Wikipedia, and see the parallax effect. Yeah, so for me it would be just a moving cardboard. The last picture is the one most liked in this game, and it's pretty cool idea. Mario Bros from Lakitu's perspective. There's a person who invented this panel, Sparkella. She says, I had to really stop and think for this one, and I think this description is very good. This is why I always give a like to descriptions, because they play an important role in the game. And there is, I'll show you what Lakitu is. Lakitu, in Mario games, is this guy, flying on a cloud and throwing spiky bomb, I guess it's a bomb, down. So yeah, he's apparently here seeing everything from above the ground, and here the same idea of looking from the top for a thin space to show that it's 2D game. It's also used, so it's very nice execution. And here is also a brick. Ground is not green. Wait, below is green ground and he is moving on the level of bricks, I guess. Yeah, in some games there are bricks, not green ground. And there's Lakito throwing a bomb from the air. This is very brilliant idea. So now I'm moving to the next game. Let's see, I don't know yet what will it be. It will be the title of this movie for sure. There are notifications. Wow, I think it's a Big Bang. SpongeBob and Cartman versus Steven and Tank Hill. Oh yeah, this is the game that we have seen in previous episodes. I don't feel like painting this. Thomas, the Dark Engine with that good Kush. What is the Kush? What is Kush? I don't know this word. What is this? Is it an animal? Looks like a sea animal. Or a plant. Is it a drug? Is it some weed? Maybe. Thomas the Dark Engine with that good Kush. No, thank you. Pikachu in a bubble full of bubbles. I think I can do this. So first I will give a white background. Let's see my previous Pikachu picture. Here in my previous games, let's see the top rated games of mine. We haven't checked them yet, but on one of those pages, starting from the beginning, I will have a template of Pikachu that I've drawn in the past. I want to use this chibi Pikachu, this one, as a reference. So I will have it here, and here I will draw maybe similar Pikachu, maybe completely different one. So I guess this Pikachu will be closed in a bubble. It's not a circle. Come on. Hey, maybe if now I know what's the name of the previous Powerpuff girl, that is Bubbles, maybe I could use this as a reference. I draw a lot of this girl in a bubble. You know there's a script for making perfect round circles, right? I could make like a big bubble. I do a reflection in a bubble. There's a window reflecting in a bubble. Is it bubble enough for you? Does it look like a bubble? Yeah. So now I will move to the Pikachu. Here I have a different color palette. So it's like darker yellow there. I think I will not manage to do this framing because I lost some time on searching. Well, I hope there were games with more time, like 20 minutes game. That would be good for mouse users like me. Yeah, I will use the big pen for now. Yay! Here comes Pikachu. Now the tail. Oh, I wanted to make a smooth edge, not destroy this, but I have already drawn here. Now the lightning bolt, coming out of this S. Of course I'm joking, it's a tail. You know, I had a parrot once. She was exactly like Pikachu, because she had like yellow head and those red dots around here. I will make some black eyes. Now little cheeks. I will zoom everything so I can see more details. You can see the Pikachu right now. Whoa, it's here. And I cannot see the timer. Let's make a little dot here. Brown ending here. Brown ending here. And brown ending here. And I don't have enough time for this. It takes a lot of effort. So I just do the basic version. As you can see, it's not perfect. It leaves some pixels when I move the mouse. I hope this will be fixed in the future. Pikachu is not my favorite Pokemon. What is your favorite Pokemon? Is it Pikachu? Yeah, I knew it's Pikachu. Of course. You are not hipster enough. You just go with the flow and you like Pikachu the most. It's nothing bad though. It's meant to be the main hero of the TV series, right? 58 seconds. So I'm going to speed things up. And I will draw here some bubbles. Little bubbles. And we are back! This is how this game has ended. Pikachu in a bubble, in more bubbles. And more bubbles. It's a bubbleception. Bubbles everywhere. And we had bubbles in like beginning of this movie. These Powerpuff Girls. I see there's new comment. Thank you. That's very nice. People here around Drawception are very nice. This was episode 5 of Drawception series by KarolBeatbox. Remember that I like your picture. I add this game to my favorites. See you next time.